exec to get things set up. Hope everybody is doing well so far. Okay, I believe I'm set up, ready to go. Can y'all hear me pretty well? Am I at a good volume? Would y'all prefer music in the background for this? Taking on a double header of restreams today, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Do y'all want same pieces for this? I can generate a seed for y'all if so. Oh, perfect. Amazing first seed. Alright, players, your first seed is 6-9 Delta 7-3 Echo. Hello, Brian. Ah, you're right, my stream title. I always forget about that. This is beginner 20. Alright, let's hope that that is accurate now. Oh, no problem for being late. I mean, 5 minutes, I wouldn't even call that late for a Twitch stream. Let me see. So Brian has the higher PB of the two of you, so they will get first choice of levels. Levels are 9, 12, and 15. 15 can of course be vetoed by either player at any time. Brian looks like setting up for a 12 start. One more housekeeping thing before I forget, and I'm sure I've mentioned this before if you've been on a restream from me. Start whenever you see Tetris appear in chat, whenever I count down, not whenever you hear it coming across from my audio. Alright, both players ready on correct seeds. Let's count down game number 1 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Make sure I'm good for Brian's stream. Alright, both players off. Let me make sure we can see the scores. Sorry, don't let the on-screen screen changes distract you. I'm usually more prepared for that. Meanwhile, Ellie set up pretty high. Brian slamming down to first address goes up to 19,000. Ellie has a good piece for that eyepiece dependency, but still setting up pretty high. Brian taking their time, setting the board up very methodically. Meanwhile, Ellie's managing this dig out pretty efficiently. Brian gets a Tetris, goes up to 66,000. They set up for another one. Ellie at 17,000. Ooh, Brian has to cover up the well. Gets it open cleanly, but is at next box height. Brian holding on to about a 60,000 point lead at same pieces, same lines. Brian set up for a row 1 Tetris, gets the lumbar over, slams it down, goes up to 105. Another Tetris goes to 120. Ellie getting a dirty Tetris of their own goes up to 43,000. Ooh, Ellie needs to get pieces over to that left side. Ooh, covers up a tricky dependency, fills it with a T-piece. Oh, Ellie tops out at 46,000. Brian, you are good for game number 1. Slams down a Tetris just to cement it. Alright, seed goes up to 7A. 7A is your seed. Stick with 12 start. Sounds good. Both players ready. Let's count down game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Both players off. Ellie gets the first touches of the match. Brian gets set up, slams down, first one of their own. Both players set up, waiting out that long bar. Ooh, Brian not able to make use of that long bar for a Tetris. Makes well of getting things over to the left side, but has a bit of an awkward overhang. Meanwhile, Ellie Tetris set up again, waiting on another long bar. Long bar comes, long bar Tetris for Ellie goes up to 52,000. Meanwhile, Brian in a bit of a dicey situation here. Might be quick to top out. Okay, get the pieces over. It goes to 19,000. Ellie, you are good for game number 2. What was a best of 5 match is now a best of 3. It happens. It happens to me all the time. Worry not. 12 starts. Seed is 8B. Alright, ready from both players. Counting down game number... Oops, my bad. Oh, you're good. New seed. No, we can still stick with 8B, D7, 3E. Alright, ready from both players for a 12 start in this third game. Counting down 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Both players off, both players with the same 3 pieces. Ellie first to set up for Tetris. Gets the lumbar over, slams down, goes to 15,000. Brian with a couple of uncomfortable placements there, but nothing to worry about quite yet. Ellie with a lumbar dependency is able to get it over and get Tetris ready. Brian Tetris ready as well, both players just waiting. Oh, lumbar. Brian gets it over, goes to 18,000. Ellie tops out at 16,000. Brian, you are good at 18,000 for game 3. Should be 9C now. Messed up covering the well. Yeah, it's a tough game to decide when to cover the well, when to go for burns. Brian, sorry, Ellie, you have level choice now. Are we sticking with 12? Looks like it. Alright, we have both players ready. Let us count down game 4. Almost hit counting down from 34 seconds there, but 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I really hope my solution of just turning off my mic whenever I have to eat or drink something is working. I really hope you don't have to hear me chewing. As Brian slams down their first Tetris, this setup gets lumbar over for the second one. Goes to 31,000. with not many good pieces for these overhangs. Meanwhile, Brian needs a J for that left side to get Tetris ready, and also to uncover this well. Ellie's getting up a bit high, but is managing the stack well so far. Gets a Lombard over to that right side. Needs something for the left to clean it out. Can't get a Lombard over. Tops out at 22,000. Brian, you are good for set number 1. GG's. Alright, let me get y'all a new seed for set number 2. New seed for this set starts with Charlie 7, Charlie Echo 7 Delta. Ellie, you have first level select this set. Looks like we are starting with 12, if I can assume correctly. Perfect. C7, CE70. Alright. Both players are ready for a 12 start. Let's count down this first game of set number 2. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Both players off. Ellie slams down the first Tetris of the match. Slams down Tetris number 2, goes to 31,000. Brian still needing to build this up. Is Tetris ready now, but has had to sacrifice a couple of those Lombars. Notably, both players pushing down. Ellie gets Tetris, goes up to 47,000. Brian, is Tetris set up? Well, I think we all thought. But, I don't know, I think that was a Tetris if I'm thinking points correctly. Is definitely Tetris ready now, gets that Lombard over, slams down for a definite Tetris, goes to 37,000. Ellie with this Tetris goes up to 79,000. Ellie definitely having taken advantage of all of the Lombars that Brian couldn't convert for Tetrises. Has that well open though, and is Tetris ready? Both players now waiting on Lombars to come. Both players able to get Tetrises off of that. Ellie goes up to almost 100,000. Brian at 55,000. Both players about quarter of the way to level 15 speeds. Ooh, Ellie having to give up 2 Lombars to get that well open. Meanwhile, Brian goes up to 88,000. Closing the gap. Ellie slams down 2 Tetrises in quick succession, goes up to 129. Brian up to 92,000. Ellie with a Lombard dependency decides to fill it in with an L there. Brian's board, spick and span, gets a Lombard over for a Tetris, goes up to 108. Ellie at 133. Both pairs nearing the halfway mark. Ellie able to get that Lombard over, but needs something for this. Ooh, has to put some weight over that hole. Ooh, can't get that TP's over. That might be it for Ellie. Ellie topped out at 136. Brian, you need 137 for this chase down. 137. Gets the Lombard over, and that will take it. Brian, you are good for game number 1. Don't mind me, I'm just doing some quick adjustments after I'm realizing a much better way to set this up. Oh, it's gonna cover up my baby boy. Oh well. Brian, you have the choice of pieces, choice of level this round. Oh, sorry, completely forgot. Yes, please increment your seed. D8, 12 ready. D8, alright. Both players ready. Let's kick off game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And also, please do not mind me making more cosmetic changes. Ellie slams down the first Tetris of the match. Brian building a little dicey right now. In drastic need of a J piece. Fills in that dependency with a Lombard, but gets this one over for a Tetris. Goes to 18,000. Ellie waiting in a Lombard of their own. Currently sitting at 35. Lombard comes, pushes them to 50,000. Brian now Tetris ready. Waiting on a Lombard. Is able to get some good burns to keep their stack down. Partially covers it well. T-piece opens it. Lombard over. Goes to 55,000. Ellie at 60,000. Brian Tetris ready, waiting on a Lombard. Gets it over, goes to 75,000. Ellie goes up to 76,000. There we go. Okay, now I'll stop fiddling with the screen. I actually got the next bar to where I needed to be. Ooh, Ellie has to cover up a dependency with an S piece. Needs to get something to uncover now both sides. Ellie building up very high here. Can't get pieces over. It tops out at 85,000. Brian, you are good for game number 2 at 110. Alright. Ellie sticking with 12 for this round. up to e9. Alright, ready from both players. Let's count down game number 3 and a match point for Brian. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Ellie starting off with a nice Lombard tuck. Brian following suit. Ellie now Tetris ready, gets the Lombard over, slams down the first Tetris of the match. Brian gets the Lombard over, goes up to 15,000. Ellie with a couple of misplacements there on their board, needing to get something to the left side for that. Ellie tops at 16,000. Brian, couple more points and you will be good for the match. And Brian takes it at 18,000. GG's. Still a very good performance from both players, especially in that first set of games with the very long chase downs. GG's. I will report this in... I'll report it after my next stream that I have to do, which, if y'all want, y'all are more than welcome to stick around for that. It's gonna happen pretty much right now unless they've found new restreamers. Don't think they have, so I will ping them and let them know that I'm ready. Alright, time to speedrun getting this set up. What's up, Kachira? Give me 1 second to get things set up. Let me get my other streams set up. That is a good question. Are we doing SPS? Damn, very close BBs. Kachira gets level select in set number 1. this is for, actually let me rename this, the stream real quick. I believe y'all are bronze, right? Not bronze 31. Oh, that's a great point. I'm gonna have to players, give me 1 second. I'm gonna end my stream and then go back live just so I can have a separate VOD for this. So give me one quick second.